Hey, if sales is your bottleneck, I've got a few ideas for you that might make things a little bit easier. Now, when I say bottleneck, I mean the thing that's really holding your business back. So if you're not sure what's holding yourself back or holding the business back, go and take a look and figure it out. Is it that you can't fulfill fast enough? You don't have enough profit margin? Is it you don't have enough leads coming in, enough leads converting to customers? What is it of those different categories that's really holding your business back from success? If yours is either leads or sales, I've got a suggestion here that ties back to something that happened in my early 20s. So back then, I was starting a brand new business and I was really timid at the time and had a lot of self-doubt. And super common, a lot of people call it the imposter syndrome. And people can get it at any time, and it's not limited to specific fields, but I really had bad imposter syndrome when it came to selling. And so I was sitting there, I had somebody that we had started to negotiate a deal, and I was waiting for this person to call, and I literally sat at my computer at a desk, phone right there for like an hour and a half, and he didn't call and he didn't call. And finally, after an hour after he was supposed to call, I finally worked up the courage to call him, and I had wasted all that time. And when I finally picked up the call, he's like, "Oh yeah, things are going a different direction." Now, it would have been really nice if he had simply called to let me know that rather than blowing me off. But my own mental state and my own fears and my own concerns and all these fantasies that I had inside my brain had kept me captive at a desk for an hour and a half when I simply could have picked up the phone and called somebody and talked to them and had a conversation to find out what the situation was, whether we were moving forward, whether we needed to negotiate, or whether it was dead. Another time, I literally sat by my phone for hours again, and I must have been a bit of a slow study because I sat at my table for hours waiting for this guy to call that said he might call. And the deal wasn't that big, but I wanted to make sure I was there in case he was going to call. And I did nothing and wasted hours out of internal fear. Now, so often I think people who are struggling with sales and struggling to find leads have that mental state that's blocking them more than anything else. And oftentimes, one of the quickest ways to break out of that is to acknowledge it. Acknowledge that you're having that problem. Acknowledge that you're feeling a little scared or whatever those emotions are. But then do something, take some action, even if it's a small action that moves you past it. So I had one guy who recommended that if you're scared of making phone calls, you need to pick up the phone and call 5 people a day and talk to them. During those 5 phone calls, you're going to talk to them about how they're doing, what kind of problems they're having, and then at some point you try and help connect them to someone. Then you're also going to ask them if they know anybody that needs your help or anyone you could help. So to refine that a little bit, what I like to sometimes do is I like to call people and schedule a meeting with them. And we're either talking on the phone, we're going to talk in person, something, and I find out what they're struggling with in their business. It may be things I don't have any expertise around, but I've built up a network of other professionals that I can connect these people to. And if I go throughout the world connecting different business owners together and helping people do business, the person who's stuck appreciates it, the person who has the services appreciates it, but more than that, I think one of the best ways I've ever heard it said was from Zig Ziglar. He says, if you help enough people get what they want, you're going to get what you want. And I firmly believe that even if you're not actively selling to that person that had the problem, but you're helping connect them, that somehow that's going to come back to you in the long run. And there's a lot of different ways it could come back. One of the most obvious is both of those people are going to be grateful for what you did when you connected them. And as such, you're going to be top of mind for them. And if you're top of mind for them, odds are somebody's going to start connecting business back your way. So that's just one. So you could reach out to friends, colleagues, associates, potential customers, past customers, existing customers. The options go on and on and on. And you just have that conversation and see how they're doing, see what they're struggling with, and see how you can connect them to people that might be able to solve it. That's just one idea. Another idea is to call your existing customer base. If you have 1, 5, 10, 15, 100 customers, call them up and have a conversation, finding out again what they're doing, how things are going, if you could help them in some way, or if there's someone you know that you could help them. Oftentimes, existing customers may want additional services that you're offering. They also may have friends, family, business associates that they're like, oh man, I've been meaning to connect you to so-and-so. He needs what you're doing. And so then you're helping to spur a little bit those referrals that every business loves to get. So calling your existing customers. Another option is calling your potential customers, and the ones that told you, oh no, I'm going to go a different direction. Thank them and then ask them if they know anyone that might be interested in your services. And it may be a little awkward at first, but once you get used to it, they're probably going to be used to it too, especially if you can figure out a nice way to couch that's not aggressive, not threatening, not demanding, and you just make it a natural part of the conversation. The number one indicator, if sales are your bottleneck or leads are your bottleneck, the number one indicator you can do to try and move the needle on that is evaluate how much time you're spending on it. So most of the time, the people who say, oh, I just don't have any business, I don't have any leads, I don't have any sales coming in, they're sitting around staring at their walls and thinking, man, I need more customers, and not doing anything about it. So if you're in that position where you're not getting enough customers, take a look at your day. Write down what you're doing every 15 minutes, evaluate it, and cut out all the things that are not leading to sales and fix that bottleneck. Now, I gave you a few great ideas, but the big one is make sure you're spending time doing sales activities. The more time you do, the more results you're probably going to get.